What's the matter, Sydney? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Hey, welcome back to Father Death. Today's video, Stu is alive. Stu is coming back. What is my pitch? How do I think Stu should come back? What's my personal opinion? It's honestly, I don't expect too much. I know a couple of things for sure. I want Stu to return in the final Scream movie. I don't want him to come back in the next one, Scream 6. I don't want him in Scream 6. I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure they got a trilogy going, if all goes well at the box office. So I'm hoping that Stu, when he comes back, it's only a matter of time. It's only a guess of which movie he's going to come back. He's going to come back. Matthew Lillard has openly stated that he wants to come back. He wants to reprise his role. They brought Billy back as a hallucination. And there's so many theories on it. Stu is alive and Stu is coming back. And there's obviously that Easter egg in Scream 5 when Richie is eating pizza watching the Dead Meat cameo on YouTube. One of his recommended videos was called, "Is the Real Life Stu Macher Alive?" So that was purposefully put in by the writers, so that's a tease right there. They wouldn't just throw that in there for nothing. That was a tease. Stu is coming back. But I hope they don't rush it. Like, I hope they don't kind of, like, pull, like, a Spider-Man 3 and, like, oh, we gotta get Venom in this movie. I hope they don't, like, throw Stu in the next movie because they think that's what the fans want. As honestly, the Scream fandom is pretty divided when it comes to Stu. I see a lot of people in the comments and whatever saying, oh, Stu's dead, Stu's dead, Stu's dead. And there's a couple people that say, no, Stu's alive, I agree with you, yada yada. It's pretty divided, I feel like. Some people love Stu and want him to come back, others say he's dead. I obviously believe he is alive. He's been pulling the strings from behind the scenes for a while. So, again, I want him to come back in Scream 7. Whatever the final movie is, I don't know if they're doing more movies after this. I don't know. I want Stu to close the Scream franchise. Close it. No more Scream. You know, I don't like it when, like, shows or movies where they have an amazing ending and then they think, oh, we need more money, you know, we need more money. It's all about money, so then they make another one and it just ruins it. And it's totally out of left field here. I think of the Dark Knight trilogy, Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight trilogy. That's a trilogy. He ended it. It was beautiful. Beginning, middle, end. It was awesome. And it went down in history as arguably the greatest Batman movies of all time. So that's what I want them to do with the Scream franchise. You know, I don't want them to keep getting it on and on and on like the Halloween franchise, you know, and then we get Busta Rhymes in Halloween Resurrection, and we know how that went. So, and luckily they redeemed themselves with new Halloweens. So, I want Stu to come back. So my pitch, how would I bring Stu back? I would bring him back in the last movie, and I want him to reveal, like, I want this end scene with Stu to be a solid 20 minutes. Like I want a decent chunk of this ending for Stu to be in it, for the reveal. I want him to say, like, I want to see flashbacks of him, like, being behind the scenes, persuading all the Ghostface killers. Yes, all of the Ghostface killers. Obviously, besides Billy. From Scream 2, Scream 3, Scream 4, and this Scream 5, and Scream 6, whatever. I want him to be pulling the strings from behind the scenes. Like the Emperor in The Rise of Skywalker, Star Wars. Which, we're not really going to talk about that. But, so I want Stu to be pulling the strings. I want him to be the ultimate mastermind. He was looked at as a fruitcake, as an idiot, so it would be awesome if he just revealed himself as the true mastermind. You know? Kind of like Jar Jar Binks, you know? All my Darth Jar Jar fans. But, I don't know why I'm pulling so many Star Wars references and Batman. I'm sorry, guys. But I want Stu to be the ultimate mastermind. So that way, it doesn't... that's a way to mention the other Ghostface killers, because the writer of Scream 5, the writers, my bad, their first thing was, they were like, everything is canon. They went into writing, before they wrote anything, in mind that everything was canon, and you gotta respect it. Even though I don't care for the Scream sequels that much, I'm not a huge fan of them. I mainly only like the original and Scream 5 and Scream 2 to a certain extent. But yeah, the other ones I'm just not feeling, especially Scream 3. I'll make a ranking video in the future about that and go more in depth. But I like that they went into the movie saying everything is canon. So it's a way to honor the other movies, whether they're terrible or not. It's a way to honor them because Wes Craven still produced them. So it's like, you know, so like Stu pulling the strings from behind and seeing those flashbacks, you know, I don't know if they can get all the Ghostface killers back to make a few short scenes for flashbacks, whatever. But I want Stu to, yeah, he's like, yo, you know, I've been doing all this. This is me. Surprise, Sidney. And I know they're going to put that line in there. Mark my words. That line is going to be in there when he reveals himself. Because Stu had rich parents. He was a rich kid. Everybody went to his party in the original Scream. Everybody knew who he was. He seemed like he was a popular dude. So it's like, that goes into the question, why would he even help Billy, you know, kill? Like you said, peer pressure, but, you know, like, why would he help him when he has all this going for him? You know, Tatum was his girlfriend. He has rich parents, let him party when they're gone, which obviously they probably didn't know about that. But they could have easily, I'm getting a lot of these ideas too from, quick shout out, We Watched a Movie, Mike and Jay. Mike said the same thing, that, yeah, Stu had rich parents, so it was very possible for his parents to kind of cover for him. You know, they had the money, so, like, people are saying, well, how would they have kept Stu's, like, being alive a secret? You know, how did that not get leaked? Yada, yada, yada. They had a lot of money. Just look at their house. Stu was a popular guy. And I don't know if that's looking too far into the details, but, you know, it's a horror movie at the end of the day. It is a film. We're able to stretch the possibilities, as do all films. It's a horror film. There's dumb decisions all the time. Stuff that doesn't make sense happens. You know, why wouldn't you just leave the house instead of going in? They can pass the how Stu survived. They're going to have to explain it, though. I don't want them to just gloss over Stu's survival as just, you know, like, I don't want them to get lazy with the writing. I want them to bring it back and say, yo, yes, Stu was the mastermind. Stu was able to manipulate cops, whatever the case may be. And he's been, I've noticed a lot of the killers mention Reddit and these, like, you know, kind of dark web places. Stu could easily, like, with all this technology, while he's locked away somewhere or whatever, still alive, you know, like, recuperating, could have been manipulating all these people on Reddit. Could have been, yo, hey, I'm Stu, you know, you want to go kill for me? I know it sounds kind of, obviously they shouldn't do that exactly, but he has the time, if, like, because he's alive, he has the time to do that. And one more thing, if they do that with Stu, it's a nice way to wrap it up with it tying to the original. You know, I love it when the final movie of a franchise goes back to the original. Just like Mindy said, it all goes back to the original in a requel, you know? I love it when franchises end with revealing something that wasn't true, as Randy said, in the original, being that Stu is not dead, he is alive. So, some people are saying Stu being alive would ruin it. It won't. Stu is a loved character, he's a funny character, and we never got his motive. We never truly understood his motive, besides him saying peer pressure. You know, he was cut off by Billy, who then threw the phone at him. So, there's a lot to be said, there's a lot to be, you know, explored upon, and I'm going to be making a lot of videos about Stu, especially when we're getting closer to Scream 6 and Scream 7, whatever amount of Scream movies they're doing. So this video was just kind of like a rough, you know, like, yo, Stu's alive, here's some evidence, here's what I'd like. I'm going to make a future video on what I'd like the movie to be, like what I would like to see for the ending particularly, and I'll give details and all that. But yeah, Stu is alive, he's coming back, just a matter of time. So thank you for watching this video, and stay tuned for the next one.